Hello everyone. Welcome back to Health Harmony, your go-to channel for harmonizing health, wellness, and delicious living. I'm thrilled you were here today because we're diving into a topic that could literally save lives, especially if you're managing diabetes. Our video today is 8 fish every diabetic should eat weekly to cut heart risk by 40%. If you've been following us, you know we always back our advice with science, and today is no exception. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have not just knowledge, but practical tips and mouth-watering recipe ideas to make your meals exciting and heart-healthy. Let's get started. If you have diabetes, heart disease is not a distant risk. It is the most common cause of death among diabetics worldwide. But here's what most people miss. Your heart risk is not decided only by sugar. It is shaped daily by inflammation, blood, fats, insulin sensitivity, and what you put on your plate. Today we're talking about fish, not in a generic eat more fish way. We're talking about 8 specific fish that research consistently links with better blood sugar control. Lower triglycerides, reduced inflammation, and significantly lower cardiovascular risk. Some large population studies show that regular intake of omega-3 rich fish is associated with up to a 30 to 40% reduction in fatal heart events, especially in people with metabolic disease. But not all fish help. Some can actually worsen insulin resistance, so stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which fish diabetics should eat weekly, how often, and how to cook them without destroying their benefits. This is Health Harmony. Let's get into it. Let me explain why fish deserve special attention if you're diabetic. Diabetes damages blood vessels, it stiffens arteries, it raises triglycerides and oxidizes LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and it creates chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your body. Fatty fish directly targets all 4 of these problems. Here's how. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce triglycerides by 15 to 30%. They lower inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein. They improve endothelial function, meaning your blood vessels can relax better, and they reduce abnormal clot formation, which is a major cause of heart attacks. Unlike supplements, fish provides omega-3 south in a natural matrix with protein, vitamin D, selenium, and taurine. But all of these matter for glucose metabolism and heart rhythm. Now let's talk specifics. First up is salmon, and it definitely earns its place at the top. Wild or responsibly farmed salmon is one of the richest natural sources of EPA and DHA, the 2 omega-3 fats shown to reduce cardiovascular events. For diabetics, salmon helps in 3 major ways. First, it lowers triglycerides, which are often elevated even when your LDL looks normal. Second, it improves insulin sensitivity by reducing fat buildup inside muscle cells. And third, it supports heart rhythm stability, lowering the risk of sudden cardiac death. Salmon is also rich in astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that protects your blood vessels from glucose-related stress. For best results, aim for 2 servings per week. The best cooking methods are baking, steaming, or light pan searing. And please avoid sugary marinades or deep frying. Next, let's talk about sardines. These small fish are affordable and incredibly powerful because they are low on the food chain. Sardines accumulate far fewer toxins than larger fish, and that matters for long-term metabolic health. So why are sardines so excellent for diabetics? Well, they have an extremely high omega-3 content. They're rich in calcium and vitamin D, which are vital for insulin signaling. And they contain coenzyme Q10, important for your heart muscles, energy. Studies show that populations who eat sardines regularly have lower rates of metabolic syndrome and coronary heart disease. As a bonus, sardines have 0 carbohydrates and are very filling, which helps prevent those dreaded blood sugar spikes. Try to get 1 to 2 servings in per week. Now for number 3, mackerel. Mackerel is one of the most underrated fish for diabetes management. Gram for gram, it actually contains higher levels of omega-3 south than salmon. It also provides vitamin B12, which many diabetics are deficient in, especially those taking metformin. Low B12 levels are linked to nerve damage and increased cardiovascular risk. Mackerel also improves the function of your HDL, your good cholesterol, not just the numbers. That means it helps with better removal of cholesterol from your arteries. Just an important note, choose Atlantic or smaller mackerel varieties and avoid king mackerel due to its higher mercury content. Once weekly is a great frequency for mackerel. Moving on to fish number 4, trout. Trout is gentle on your blood sugar and powerful for your heart. It provides a great combination of omega-3 fats, lean, high-quality protein, and potassium for blood pressure control. The protein from fish like trout slows down how quickly your stomach empties, which means glucose enters your bloodstream more slowly after meals. For diabetics who struggle with those post-meal spikes, trout is a really smart dinner option. Aim for 1 to 2 servings of trout per week to reap its benefits. Our fifth fish is herring. Herring is a traditional staple in many heart-healthy cultures, for good reason. It's especially rich in DHA, the omega-3 fat that supports heart rhythm stability, brain insulin signaling, and reduced arterial stiffness. Fermented or lightly pickled herring also provides beneficial compounds that support your gut bacteria, which plays a surprising role in insulin sensitivity. If you have high blood pressure, just be sure to watch the sodium levels on pickled varieties, and you can always rinse it if needed. 1 serving of herring weekly is a fantastic goal. At number 6 are anchovies. Anchovies may be small, but metabolically they punch way above their weight. They provide a solid dose of omega-3 south, selenium, and niacin, which helps improve your lipid profiles. Because anchovies are usually eaten in small amounts, they are easy to include without overloading on calories. They also stimulate satiety hormones, which helps reduce overeating later in the day. A simple serving once a week can make a difference. Our 7th fish is tuna, which is a very practical option, but it does require some smart choices. The benefits of tuna include its lean protein, omega-3 fats, and its ability to improve muscle insulin sensitivity. However, mercury is a factor here. You should choose skipjack or light tuna instead of albacore, and limit your intake. Canned tuna packed in water is also a better choice than oil for calorie control. Single serving once a week is a safe and effective frequency. And finally, our 8th fish is cod. Now, cod is not a fatty fish, but it still earns a place on this list. Why? Because the protein in cod can improve insulin sensitivity even without a high omega-3 content. Studies have shown that lean fish protein can help lower fasting glucose and improve your metabolic rate. Cod is an ideal choice for diabetics who need variety or who might have difficulty digesting fatty fish. Aiming for 1 to 2 servings of cod per week is a great strategy. Now, a quick but very important point on which fish to avoid or limit. You should definitely avoid deep-fried fish, breaded fish products, fish cooked with sugary sauces, and high-mercury fish like shark or swordfish. These preparations and types of fish completely cancel out the benefits and can actually worsen insulin resistance. So here's the bottom line. If you're diabetic, eating fish is not just optional nutrition, it's strategic nutrition. Eating the right fish weekly can lower triglycerides, reduce inflammation, stabilize your heart rhythm, and significantly cut your cardiovascular risk over time. Some studies suggest reductions approaching 40% in fatal heart events when it's combined with a healthy lifestyle. You don't need supplements if your plate is right. You just need consistency, smart choices, and simple cooking. This is Health Harmony. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone you know who is managing diabetes, and subscribe for more science-based nutrition that actually makes sense. See you in the next one.